And thank you for willing to spend an hour of your time with us today to understand a program under Top Glove, naming Top Glove Management Associates Program, or in short, TGMAP. It is a program that aims to potentially accelerate your career growth with us. So without further ado, let me quickly take you through what are we going to cover today. So first of all, I'll kickstart the program by introducing our TGMAP team, followed by an introduction to the program, which is likely why you are here today. And then we will get into the most interesting part of today's webinar, which is to listen to the story of our MA. Lastly, we'll open the floor for Q&A and do a closing for today. So I hope all of you can at least stay with us for this 1 hour, all right? Let me introduce to you the key members of our TGMAP team. So TGMAP team is a program initiated by Dr. Jessica Tang, who is currently holding the post of director for TGMAP. She is assisted by 2 coordinators. The first one is Lee Esther, who will also be your moderator for today. And we have another coordinator, Hui Ki. She is a very, very strong support pillar to the program. So these are the team that constantly working behind the scene to support the program. So we are very honored to have actually invited Dr. Jessica to join our webinar today. So I would like to, take this chance to invite her to go on stage to give a few lines to do the opening for the webinar. Welcome, Dr. Jessica.
Okay, thank you, Esther, for inviting me. I'm so glad to be here. And I hope the participants of this webinar will listen to what the management associates, the Top Glove management associates have to say about their experience, what they have went through in the program, what are some of the challenges, and you will also hear from my dedicated team, Esther, and Vicky, and how we actually develop MAs, our young talents, through this very amazing program. So so I hope that you will enjoy this wonderful webinar that we have prepared for you. Thank you, Esther.
Thank you, Dr. Jessica. So now, let me throw you guys a question. Whenever someone mentions about Top Glove, what comes into your mind first? So maybe you guys, let's spend a minute to ponder about when I mentioned about Top Glove, what comes into your mind first? Yeah, I believe most of you would think of glove, right, when someone mentioned about Top Glove. But the message that I would like to highlight here is we are more than just a glove manufacturer. So let's watch a video first before we continue.
Our world is built on the hopes, dreams, and hard work of more than 7 billion lives. These are hearts and minds with everything to live for. Yet, we must always guard against the unexpected. Every life is precious, and protecting lives is Top Glove's driving ambition. We do it with a pair of gloves for prevention and protection. With customers in almost every country, Top Glove is the world's largest manufacturer of gloves. From our humble beginnings in 1991, we have since become the new global leader in nitrile gloves. On top of being #1 in rubber gloves and surgical gloves. In fact, Top Glove makes 1 out of every 4 rubber gloves in the world. Top Glove prioritizes product innovation to produce safer and higher quality products more efficiently. Our gloves, together with a new product range of face masks and personal protective equipment, have saved and will save countless lives. As of 2021, we will have 12 R&D centers dedicated to driving innovation. We are also planning for a new Top Glove Innovation Campus. Scheduled for completion in 2022, this facility will be our center of excellence for research and production. It is designed as a smart manufacturing plant with Industry 4.0 automation allied with digital technologies such as data analytics, IoT, and AI. The campus will be the prototype for all future facilities, where product innovation to maximize quality is complemented by process innovation to optimize productivity. This helps reduce repetitive tasks and manual labor. Our e-commerce site enables purchase of Top Glove's extensive range of products to be made at the click of a mouse. Supported by these, Top Glove is poised to grow exponentially. As of 2020, we have manufacturing facilities in 4 nations and presence in 9 countries. We expect to add 400 production lines, bringing our total line capacity to 1,200 lines by 2025. This would increase Top Glove's annual production capacity to 150 billion pieces of gloves.
The year 2021 marks Top Glove's 30th anniversary. Backed by a strong foundation of Top Glove's business ethics, health, and safety, we grew to become the world's largest manufacturer of gloves since 2010. At Top Glove, we believe in doing well by doing good. We will continue to work hard and smart to create sustainable value in the environmental, social, and governance space for our stakeholders. Thank you for your continuous support.
Our chairman's philosophies have guided us over the past 30 years. We have changed much since then. Yet, as an unstoppable force for good, we remain the same. Top Glove has committed to a vision of becoming a Fortune Global 500 company by 2035. As a proud global company, creating further value for our stakeholders. Top Glove. Top quality, top efficiency, good health, safety first, and be honest.
Okay, thank you all for watching. So from the video, you can see that we are not only just a glove manufacturer, but we are the world's largest glove manufacturers. We do not just produce gloves, we also have other healthcare products to offer. So I hope now you get to understand a little bit more about Top Glove and start pondering, is this what you are looking for? Okay. So other than the visions, the missions, and the business direction that are being highlighted in the video just now, I would like to also emphasize that Top Glove does have a HR missions to ensure the people in the organizations are performing now and are prepared to perform in the future. And this is the reason why TGMAP exists. Prepare you to be the leaders of tomorrow. So in short, our TGMAP is a 3-year program designed to develop ambitious and exceptional young talent like you into Top Glove future leaders. So in these 36 months, you will go through 3 to 6 different rotations within a department, or we call it a track. This structure might be a bit different than other management trainee programs out there where they usually rotate their trainings among different departments. Our structures of rotating MA within the same department is to ensure that our MA will get a comprehensive view of the department that they are involved in. And at the same time, they will get to discover where their interest truly lies within a department. So other than the on-job training, our MA will also have the chance to go through, various development programs, includes but not limited to coaching and mentoring, opportunity to spearhead some meaningful projects and so on. The ultimate goals of this program is to get our MA ready to be promoted to assistant manager at the end of the journey. Just give you all a brief overview on the available tracks for now. So we have engineering, manufacturing, marketing, human resource, finance, IT, and logistics. So one key thing I would like to highlight here is, other than the placement in Malaysia, we also do hire MAs to be based in other countries as well. At this moment, we have a few MA actually based in Thailand. So now, you might be wondering, what are some of the requirements to apply for this TGMAP? So in short, we are looking for fresh graduates or anyone with less than 2 years of working experience. Reason being, we really want some fresh blood and also fresh mind to join our workforce. And also we need someone who holds at least a bachelor degree with minimum 3.2 of CGPA. We are also looking for someone who had experience holding leadership role in university and with good communication skills. So if you have what it takes to apply, and if you are interested in our program, please do not hesitate to do so, okay? So next, what should you expect during the job applications? So there are several stages that you will need to go through. First, you will have to submit an online application. So this is where the stage you have to submit all your resume, your transcript, your certificates, and you will be required to complete some online assessment. So what are some of the online assessments that will be involved in this stage? It will be some personality tests, some verbal reasoning tests, some writing tests, and so on. So this is for us to understand you better other than your academy. Next, the shortlisted applicants will be invited for an assessment center, or in layman term, we actually call it task-oriented assessment. So in this assessment center, you will be asked to complete some tasks, some case study, whether be in a group or individually. And last but not least, you will be invited for a panel interview where you get the chance to meet probably your direct superior or some of the senior leadership team. Now you have really understood the structure, the requirement to apply for the program. Of course, I know you will be interested to know what you can read from the program as well, right? We actually have designed and come up with a very structured development roadmap for all our MA to make sure that they are properly groomed throughout this 3 years journey. So other than the rotation that I mentioned earlier, you will also get to lead and initiate some meaningful projects, attend coaching and mentoring sessions with senior leadership team, and also with Dr. Jessica. Last but not least, some technicals and also soft skill training will be provided as well. Okay, due to some time constraints, I will leave the details to be shared by our management associates later during their sessions, right? So this is just to, to show off some of the development journey we actually have for our MA. So you can see that attend annual leadership summit, whether it be committee, MCs, or participants. We also have some annual leadership workshop for them. They get the chance to initiate and spearhead our booster vaccination program. We do have some monthly coaching, and then some learning engagement with the top management as well. Okay, so I know I have been really long-winded because there are too many exciting things that I really want to share with you, but enough with all the facts now. So I think we should get into the probably more interesting part of today's webinar, which is the sharing by our management associates. Okay, let me unshare the screen for now. Okay, so now let's welcome our first speaker of the day. And an interesting fact about Bravin, he is actually one of the first few hire we got for this program. So definitely he will have a lot of different insights to share with all of you. So let's welcome Ravin on stage. So Ravin, maybe you can introduce a little bit about yourself to the floor so they get to know you a bit better.
Thank you, Esther. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ravindran, son of Madhuvan. I'm in manufacturing track of Management Associate. I've joined in April 2020, so that's mean I've been here for 2 years. I received my education in University Technology Malaysia in Bachelor of Petroleum Engineering. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rabin. Next, we have Padlin. She is an MA with a very, I would say, special TGMAP journey with us, but I will not reveal more for now. I'll leave the storytelling part to Lynn. So let's welcome Lynn on stage.
Hi. Thank you so much, Esther, for inviting, and good afternoon to all. So my name is Fadlin, or you guys can call me Lynn for short. I graduated University of Nottingham, Malaysia, in chemical with environmental engineering, and I've joined Top Glove for 1.5 years already. And about what Esther mentioned, that I'm in a special track, is actually because when I first started joining Top Glove back in 2020, I joined under manufacturing track. And then after a year, I decided to make a minor change to my TGMAT career path. So I switched to marketing track, which is right now. So I hope that this session will be insightful for everyone here. And thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. So from Lynn's short, story just now, you can see that we do not only look at the business needs. Our MA's career aspiration is equally important to us as well. Okay, so last but not least, we're very honored to have invited and who graduated for our program and is currently attached to chairman of this. I believe her sharing on her experience working with all the senior leadership team will be able to shine some light to all of us. Please join me to welcome Kai Yi.
Hi, and all. Good evening. So nice to meet all of you today. So my name is Kai, and I actually joined Top Glove around in 2018. So when I was a manager associate, I was actually in the HR, human resource track. So yes, dealing with human resource issues. And previously, I was actually from University of Malaysia Sarawak. I'm actually from business side of business studies. So look forward to a productive session today.
All right, so we are really honored to have all three of them to be in today's webinar. I believe their sharing would be very insightful and beneficial to all of you. So now, I actually have a question for Rabin here. Since this is already your third year into the program, so I believe you have been through a lot, up and down, good and bad. So if you are to summarize your TGMAP journey in one word, what would the word be and why?
One word I would say adventurous, for definitely, because TGMAP program, all of you might know, is 3 years program. So this 3 years is more like a journey that we embark, and our ultimate journey is to become assistant manager. But then leaving aside our ultimate journey, it is actually the journey that's matter most, because during the journey we face a lot of challenges. We face also a lot of peoples and a lot of assignments, which actually will have to groom us and cultivate us to become a great leader every day. Yes, so my word will be adventurous, Esther.
Okay, adventurous journey, I remember that. So how about you, Lynn? Do you feel the same as Ravin, or do you have any other words to describe your journey?
Okay, so for me, I think my TGMAP journey, I would put it in one word as open. Throughout my journey, I feel that TGMAP actually opened up to new doors for me, opened up to new challenges, and also opened up experience. So I think to summarize, the word would be open for me.
All right, thank you, Lim. So it's an open and adventurous journey. So next, Kai Yi, being the only graduated MA on the stage today, so how would you describe TGMAP differently?
Differently, but also in one word, because I already prepared my answer. I'm a very simple girl and very honest. My one word is busy. Okay, because TGMAP is a fast track program, so there's nothing free in this world. If you want to, advance your career faster, of course you need to take more assignments. So for me, it's busy, but fruitful. Yes.
Okay, so I just want to be very frank to all of you. TGMAP is definitely not that easy path for you. It's going to be very busy, it's going to be very adventurous, but definitely a very fruitful one. If you're open to this challenge, come and join us. Okay, thanks for all your sharing for now. So now we have roughly understood our speaker overall thought on the program. Probably this is a good opportunity to drill a little deeper into the details now. So Ravin, back to you. If you are to highlight the most interesting or your favorite part of TGMAP experience, what would it be?
There are many interesting parts about TGMAP, but then let me just list 3 of it. The first one would be training. in TGMAP, we have provided ample of training, which are specifically tailored to suit our need. And also some of the training is actually, not some, all of the training is paid by the factory, by the company. So for us, TGMAP, to be on for this training session, the workshop is really something that we can look forward and something that can be less. The second one is about the people in Top Glove. See, in TGMAP, although the 3 years program, the steep learning curve, we have people that actually guide us. We have coaching group, we have mentor, supervisor that actually really know, will be there for you in case you need anyone. So it's not a kind of lone wolf kind of journey. The third one will be on the exposure, because 3 years for me is kind of quite a long journey, and these 3 years will be exposed to numerous projects, assignment, decision-making situation. So all this situation, is actually, it will make you grow and better every day. So that's will be my 3 takeaway for just taking part about TGMAP.
Yeah, so I believe there are a lot other interesting things you can highlight, but just so we have heard from Ravin on his interesting encounter being an MA in technical track. As all of you know, Ravin is actually from manufacturing line, and now I am actually interested to hear from MA who is from a non-technical track. So questions to you, Kai. How about you? What is the thing that you look forward to the most that keep you motivated?
Look forward to the most that keep me motivated. I think being an MA, actually, the biggest takeaway, because this program actually built our image like we're the future leader and all that. So because of this, they actually give us a lot of opportunities to work with top management. That's actually my personal favorite. That I think that is very, very, it's not something that you can get in any other company. So the opportunity for us to work with top management, to hear from them, to help, to see them, how they solve certain issues, I think for me that's very, very interesting.
The opportunity to be able to work with the really top management and senior leadership team is definitely one of the highlights, the key points that can offer.
Yes, even sitting in the meeting also is a very good, I also feel very grateful. So it's a very precious thing, I feel. Yeah.
So from both of their sharing, we can see that even though, both Ravin and Kavi, they are MAs under the same program, but they do have different encounters. They experience different things and different journey under different tracks. So now, being the special MA that actually has experienced both tracks, what would be the coolest thing you would want to highlight and to let everybody know about your journey in TGMAP?
Okay, so for me, I think I will share about my current track. So if you listen about my track, I mean from marketing, by the way. So people would think it's more towards doing sales or branding, but actually in Top Glove, our marketing department also does business development and business planning and management. So which is currently what I'm doing also lah. So every month I would have to do audit at factories on their stocks management and their inventory. So sometimes I'll be assigned to outstation factories. And in fact, I actually just got back from Kelantan yesterday because I had an audit there. And because Top Glove, we have some outstation factories in Kelantan, in Kedah, in Johor. So it was quite fun. And apart from the audit, actually, about the job that I have to do, I also took the opportunity to learn about the production process and about the products that the factory produce. Because for marketing, right, it's not just that we need to know our customer demand, but we also need to know what are we actually supplying. So when we have the better knowledge on that, so it kind of helps on how I would want to sell our products. So I guess that's the coolest thing. It's basically we get to fly somehow.
Yes, it's the exposure you get from a job. So it is really interesting to know, those very uplifting experience you guys had. But I believe your journey wouldn't be so smooth sailing all this world, right? It cannot be all the good things happening only. So let us be a little bit more real and talk about some of the challenging moments that dragged you down at one point. Ravin, will you be able to share with us what was the biggest challenge you faced and since you joined the program?
Well, thank you, Esther. I've been in this program for 2 years. Again, I have three. I would like to highlight 3 challenges that the most difficult challenge I will face. First will be decision making, because TGMAP, ourselves as MA, we will have a lot of projects to handle. And the most critical skills I would say is the decision making, because decision making, you won't move in a single person, because you will be in a team, you will leading a team. So your decision will impact others and also the company as well. So for my first presentation, I found that it's quite hard for me to make a decision in the first place because of the fresh kind of experience. But then along the way, I learned and I wake up and managed to make a good decision with the help of my mentors and of course my supervisor. Second one will be on the communication skill, because in Top Glove we have people from various background, from various department. We need to communicate effectively with them. Sometimes what the things that we say might be perceived differently by other people. So how we going to make sure people understand is by effective communication. So I learned that as well for second one. Third challenge will be on how to negotiate with people to have a win-win situation, because most of the time I will find myself in a triangle position with people. Like I want to go say A, the other people will say B. So how do I want to persuade, negotiate with other people so that we can reach a mutual agreement? So these are the three challenges that I face, that I will say the biggest one in this TGMAP program for these 2 years. Thank you.
I really feel you. It does sound like a very, very steep learning curve for you. But through this kind of exposure, through the experience, you can become a better you, right, Ravi?
Yes.
Okay, thanks for sharing. So I'm really glad that you actually managed to get through that. I'm glad that you are still here with us, okay? Graduating soon, Ravin. So how about you, Lynn? Do you have any similar experience like Ravin?
I guess if you will talk about some similar experience, Ravin got mentioned about communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I transitioned from manufacturing to marketing, there was a big change whereby in marketing, I would need to deal with more people from various departments, not just in Top Glove. We also have to deal with customers and external clients and higher management. So every single time when I would need to talk to those kind of people, I would get anxiety, I'll get anxious, I'll get very big anxiety like that. So it definitely, for the first 2 weeks, I think I had a little bit of breakdown because I keep on having anxiety, like, oh my gosh, how do I need to talk to these people and all, and what if I messed up like that? But over the weeks, over the months, I overcome it because I started to join more Top Glove events. We have some social events, leadership talks that also has some Top Glove staff joining in. So I started to increase my connection, try to talk a bit, and then from there, it helps to fight through my anxiety. And also another story to share actually during the MCO period, right? So I think most of you would know Top Glove workers, we had some issue where a lot of our workers had COVID, right? So what happened during then is that other people from outside Top Glove thinks that anyone who sees Top Glove shirt, they would feel like, oh, that COVID person, So I even faced that when I went to the petrol station to pump my fuel with I was wearing a Top Glove shirt. The owner of the fuel was like, oh, don't come in because you're wearing Top Glove shirt, you have COVID, something like that. So that thing is quite a bit challenging, but that's just it. I mean,
I can definitely imagine how hard it is for you, Lynn, but what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. I believe you have come back stronger now, right, Lynn? Okay, so Kai, I personally really interested to know what kind of challenge you have faced from being in a pretty different working environment, like get a lot of chance to work with the top management. So would you be able to share some challenge you had and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, for me, because Lynn brought out very interesting memories talking about during the MCO period. So I want to add on. I also got some very interesting memories. So during that period, actually, because, as we also have like a huge, because back then I was still in the human resource. So when this kind of issues happen, definitely human resource department is one of the frontliners. All right. So at the point of time, we have a group of employees who got COVID and then they will need to undergo quarantine. So we keep them safe in our hostels, but then the staff who are healthy, we have to sort of like take care of them by providing food and all that because they're under quarantine, right? So the whole period, every day, we are going in and out, and we have a big group, like big group. So we have to go to different hostels, they see in residential areas and all that. So we are like the food panda at that point of time. We call ourselves top panda. So every morning, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then even we have to buy them essential products, essential items like toilet papers, body shampoo, hair shampoo, and all that, detergent and all that. So that the point of time was pretty challenging for us, right? Because everybody is sort of like in panic mode. Not only top level, it's like at that point of time, the whole country is having this outbreak. So yes, it's very challenging, but learned a lot. Because talking about communication issues, because we are also dealing with our workforce from different nationalities. So, and they only speak minimal BM or English. So it's a great opportunity for us to step out of our office and go on the ground and to keep everybody safe. Yeah, pretty interesting and challenging at the same time.
It's very challenging, but yeah, now you think back, you actually learn a lot, and it's very interesting memory to share with other people. So I believe the people out there probably wouldn't have experienced that. Okay, so having listened to all the challenges our MA has faced, I hope all of you wouldn't be frightened. Don't be afraid. Please don't leave the sessions now. Stay with us, okay? I can guarantee that the journey definitely is going to be a very fruitful one. So it will bring you to another level, and it's a treasure you can carry with you whenever you go in the future. So stay here with us, okay? Ravin, since you are now approaching the end of your journey already with us, so let me give you a little bit of limelight here for you to show off a little, okay? So as you progress, do you think the expectation from the management or the people around you change? Say, do they expect you to take up more tasks? Does it make it more difficult for you?
Well, Esther, to be honest, yes, the expectation went up. Because let me put it in a simple way. I believe most of you play games, and games we have levels. So as you progress from level 1 to maybe level 20, of course, the difficulty level will increase. So same goes with TGMAP. Like let's say that the difficulty level, the expectation remain the same. It beats the purpose for TGMAP. Because TGMAP ultimate journey is to groom you to become assistant manager. So of course, to answer the question, of course, the expectation for manager will increase as you progresses. It's like similar like a game. But then along the game, you will learn more and you will progresses. You will somehow like game, you will level up. You will have your skills, set of technical skills and soft skills, which you can utilize it well along the journey. So yes, Esther.
Yes, but if I'm you, thinking back what you have done so far, I would definitely be very, very proud of myself that I have been so far, right? So, okay, speaking about that, Kai, I actually have a question that probably is a little bit sensitive to ask. So, I know you have graduated from TGMAP.
Yes.
If you reflect back your journey here with us, is there any one moment that you thought of withdrawing from the program? I cannot take it anymore. Do you have that?
Withdrawing for the problem.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because I'm very busy.
With all the work.
Yes, I mean because for me, I sort of like I enjoy the work because I feel like through this program and also in Top Glove, I enjoy my work because I have a very, very good team of colleagues supporting me. So I never thought of withdrawing from the program or stop and all that. Sometimes just feel tired, I feel like sleeping most of the time. But then withdrawing from the program, not really. Just I enjoy so far.
Right, so I'm really glad that you're still here joining this session with us as alumni. It's our honor to have you be part of the program, really. So, of course, our TGMAP program aims to groom our MA as future leader and be successful in their career. But I'm just wondering, does this program also help you to shape you into a better person apart from career growth? So stop talking about career now. We talk about personal growth now. So, Lynn, do you have any things to share in that sense?
Oh, okay, that's an interesting question. Okay, whether or not the program actually shaped me as a better person, right? Apart from my career growth. Actually, I think I would say yes in terms of me treating other people, because when you join a manufacturing company, you'll be dealing a lot of workers from different background. And when I meant workers is that like factory workers, we have foreign workers from Nepal, Bangladesh, Indonesians, Thailand, like that. And I think if I didn't join Top Glove, I wouldn't even be noticing all these workers from outside of Top Glove. The contractor workers at the site, or people. There are some Bangladesh workers always usually like work at KLCC. I would never like talk to them or anything. But after joining in Top Glove, I actually started talking to literally anyone that I saw, because when I deal with these workers, right, when I get to know them, I build some strong connection and I bond with them very well. So I get to understand how they work, why they're working here, and like how their life is also when they're back home. Even like after I changed to marketing as well, I still have some of my past workers from during my manufacturing days. They still text me asking me, "Kakak, how are you?" like that, or they even invited me for Raya and such. So I guess it helps change my perspective on foreign workers, and also help me like open up my eyes about how to treat everyone equally. Yeah.
So this is definitely, a different encounter other than career growth, right? So Ravin, how about you? Because you are, you're from technical track, so do you have a, different experience in that? Yeah.
First, first one will be it makes me flexible because initially when I joined this program, to be honest, I'm kind of a rigid kind of person. If I have a set of rules like a blueprint, okay, I will follow the blueprint 100%. That's the person I am. But then joining this Top Glove, because we need to be adaptive to changes. Let's say today you made a planning, tomorrow it will change, or maybe in one of the planning might change. So we must always be adaptive. So initially I found it hard to adapt with the changes, those fast changes. But then along the way, I managed to work my way around it, cooperate around it, and I can say I become a more flexible right now. Like let's say if any changes, any head of things, I can handle it well. Second will be on as I highlighted earlier on the decision making skill. It made me to make decision well instead of previously I will have this kind of anxious feeling whenever I want to make decision. It will take a quite long some time for me to make a decision. But for now, like I will find it like the process to make a decision is convenient and seamless for me. Yeah.
I like the point that Ravin highlighted, like being flexible, because we are now constantly, living in a, constantly changing ambiguity, uncertainty. So we really need to learn to be more flexible in order to adapt to different environments.
Yes,
right?
Esther. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thanks for sharing, Lynn and Ravin. So how about Kai? What how this program actually help you to shape you into a better person?
Okay, so for me, as what we mentioned earlier, because we meet different people every day, we communicate with people every day, different people every day. So sometimes I'll be sitting in meeting room, talking to, listening to management talking, and then sometimes I'll be in the maybe factory, talking to our employees in the factory. So it taught me to think from another perspective, which I think is very important. So a lot of times we thought that we are right, but actually there are many right ways. Sometimes there's no only one right way. Okay, so I think it taught me to think from another perspective, different perspective, and because of this, I learned the word respect. So when we're able to think from another perspective, we will, naturally, we will learn how to respect people's opinion, respect the differences and all that. So I think that's the biggest takeaway for my own personal growth as a better person. So I try to be respectful, all right? Even in argument, even if I don't agree with certain things or certain policies, I respect. Yes, so yeah.
Thank you. For all three of their sharing, you can see that our TGMAP program doesn't only groom you professionally, we also try to groom you personally, right? So, okay, the main purpose of us having today's webinar is actually to introduce this TGMAP to our beloved audience here, right? So, I hope all of you in this webinar has understood a little bit more about our program and interested to be part of it. So, last questions from me for all our MA on stage. So, if our audience here today are interested to join the program, what will be the one advice you can give them? Ravin.
Well, I will say in life, we should not be afraid. you should be brave to take the opportunity. And for me, TGMAP is a golden opportunity for you to take in. So don't be afraid, just explore, just trust the process. I believe some of you might be afraid looking at the tough interview process, rotation, the challenges, and so on. But then along this journey, as I said earlier during my introduction, the journey matters. So along the journey, it will build you internally and externally. What I'm trying to say is that you will grow inside of soft skills and technical skills as well. So just be brave, try to explore, and I believe this Top Glove will have what you're looking for.
Okay, thank you, Ravin. How about Lynn?
Oh, okay. Actually, I wanted to see what Ravin said, but let me find another advice.
It's okay. Let's go to Kai first.
Actually, Kai also wanted to say what Ravin wanted to say. So now Kai also have to think. Okay, now I can do. I think as what Ravin said, opportunities. I mean, I believe our audience are mostly fresh graduates looking for first job and all that. So I think my advice, because I'm quite old now, not very fresh. I think I can give this kind of advice. When we are looking for our first job, I think it's very important to look for a company or a program that will give you opportunities. I think that's most important. Not give you the most beautiful office, beautiful pantries, free food every day and all that. I think as a youngsters, we want to build our career. We really need to grab every single opportunities. Go to a company or program that will give you opportunities and won't say, oh, you are too young for this, oh, you're a fresh grad, you can't do this and all that. So I think TGMAP really, I think the biggest strength is through this program, the management really put faith and they are willing to trust you, although we are all fresh grads. So yes, go for it. Looking forward to see all of you in Top Lab. Yeah.
Thank you, Kai. So Lynn, back to you. Do you have anything to add on?
Yes, I do have. Okay, maybe it's not this could be a tip for those fresh graduates out there. If you are someone who not too sure on what actually you want to do in life, as in you don't have a specific job that you want, either you want to become an engineer or you want to become a pilot or you want to become a chef or anything, you're not too sure what you want to be, then by joining this management associate program, it will help you to actually get a better view on what you can actually do. So I think that's a tip from me lah. So advice for the fresh graduate, just try out. If you're not too sure what you want, then I think TGMAP could definitely help you on that.
Yeah, Lynn, I would like to add to your answer. So what Lynn said is true. Some of you might think that your course might won't suit the tracks we are having in Top Glove management program, but then fret not, just give it a try because you might want to know what's going to happen in the future. So yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so let me try to summarize for you guys. Don't be afraid. Just explore, grab the opportunity, and just do it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for all your sharing today, Ravin, Lynn, and Kai. So it's really very insightful and very interesting for me as well. So let me, end this sharing of MA by a video. Let me try to see. A day in the life of a Top Glove.
So what it's like being a management associate at Top Glove? Starting with the basics, like all Top Glovers, we know and embrace the Top Glove 5 healthy laws. Clean well, eat well, work well, exercise well, and sleep well. With a job rotation component that exposes us to different aspects of the track we are in, there are always new skills to learn and new challenges to solve, knowing that the company cares about our well-being, health. As management associates, we have the chance to work with and learn from the company's executive chairman, Country Dr. Lim Lee Chai. Ongoing coaching with the TGMAP director and fellow management associates also help us to reinforce our learnings wherever we are. We also had the chance to lead high-impact projects such as Top Glove's COVID-19 vaccination program, the Top Glove Annual Leadership Summit, and many more. Lunchtime is a chance for us to recharge and reconnect. And we don't have to go far for a good healthy meal thanks to Top Glove's subsidized vegetarian meals. The TGMAP opens a broader world of opportunity that gives us a deeper understanding of various aspects of our chosen track. We work in diverse teams and bond with our fellow management associates over the shared experience of a fast track program. After work, you probably find us at the company's very own gym, Top Healthy Fitness, where we enjoy a good workout. TGMAP has enabled us to form lifelong friendships which we can nurture over dinner and drinks after work. With a wealth of knowledge and experience gained from job rotations and rigorous coaching, we emerge 3 years later more ready than ever to take our place as leaders. Thank you, TGMAP, for giving us the confidence to take on the role one step at a time.
Okay, thanks for watching. So I guess now all of you get to know a bit more and understanding on what this TGMAP is about. If you are up for the challenge, if you are ready to stretch yourself, just scan the QR code and don't hesitate to apply now. But if you think this is not something that you are looking for, don't worry, Top Glove actually do have other available vacancies as well. So you can visit you will visit our career page, then you can see all the available vacancies there. Okay, so now it's time for Q&A. Do we have any questions from the floor?
Okay, so we have 3 questions from the queue, if I spell your name correctly. So you asked 3 questions. So the first question is our assessment center conducted virtually?
So usually our assessment center will be conducted face-to-face because this is also a chance for you to come to our office, experience like what kind of place you will be working in the future potentially. So it's actually a mutual thing. So we will still prefer the assessment center to be conducted face-to-face unless there are some exceptional reasons that cannot be avoided. Yeah.
So second question. So if TGMAP welcomes all graduates from all fields as long as it reaches the minimum TGPA?
Yes, we actually do accept because in our hiring for management associates, we really focus more on your reasoning part of things, and then your personality, your eagerness to learn, your communications, more on those kind of soft skills. So we really do take people from different backgrounds as long as the tracks available is what you're interested in.
All right. So another question. So what does the leadership role entail? What does it mean for the leadership role?
As long as you hold significant positions in university, it can be a vice president for associations, or you can be hold some important role in organizing an event, those kind of things. Yeah.
And we also received some questions from LinkedIn that we have in live speaking as well. So one of the students at Tajuddin, he's asking, I'm a technology, majoring in product processing and environment technology. So is this the manufacturing track is suitable for me to apply for? Perhaps we can ask Ravi, since right in manufacturing track.
Well, Tajuddin, I'm from petroleum engineering. So I do fit well in manufacturing. So to answer your question, yes, you can apply. The manufacturing track will suit you as well.
All right, thank you, Ravi. Next, we have questions for all MA. So from this question is from Alia. So she wants to know what are the challenges that the MAs in Top Glove encounter throughout the rotation. Perhaps we can start with Dean first.
Challenges during the rotation, I think every day is actually a challenge because you'll be thrown a lot of tasks every single day.
But I guess the one thing I would want to highlight is that your program manager or the top girl itself, they won't throw you things that you cannot handle. That I must emphasize on that. So I guess whatever challenge that is going to throw to you is actually something that you can handle. Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Lynn. How about Kai?
Yes, thank you for the question. I think, of course, the bigger challenge when we're doing the rotation or this working in a new team, or because maybe in the first few months we're working on this, and we thought, oh, I can do this well, then suddenly need to change it. It's good. There's good and bad. Good is you get to, of course, you're more all-rounded, all right? And then the thing that might need us to work on is you have to relearn things and to do new things like new team and all that, new people, new boss, new superiors. Yeah.
Right, thanks, Kai. Next, can we have Ravi?
Yes, challenges are we must be ready to take up new challenges, because sometimes you might be placed in this maybe manufacturing or maybe finance track, and sometimes the task you might be different from your track. So you must stay open-minded and accept accept the task they're given to you. Because being an MA is like you need to treat yourself like an elite team. So that's for me is what's MA. So for MA, they should be able to execute tasks given, be it from the track and outside the track. But I was, of course, like what Lynn said, you won't be given tasks that you actually can't do. You will be given tasks that you can pull it off. Yeah. So no worries.
And also there's one thing that I wish to highlight here as well. We are not going to just take you in, put you in the track and then that's it. We're not going to do that. We're actually under each rotation, we'll have a program manager that will take care of you, make sure you are well groomed, well developed, and also under each rotation, we will have a designated rotational manager to take care of you as well. And the TGMAP team is always here for you. So don't worry about that, okay? Yes, do we have other questions?
Yes, we have another one from Fasika. So she'd like to know that because like in the market we do have other management associate program. So what is the special thing about TGMAP compared to other the management training program?
Okay, so I think during the briefing just now, I actually have roughly shared, but I believe most of the management trainee program out there, they will, rotate you among different departments. Like for 6 months, you'll be in HR, another 6 months, you go to sales, another 6 months, you go to, marketing or whatever. But the structure of TGMAP here, we will want you to focus on only one track. Like, let's say you get into HR. So within that 36 months, you get to experience every divisions, a few divisions under this HR. So for us, this is very important for you to, have a very comprehensive view on how a department works. And also from the experience itself, you actually can understand where your interest truly lies. So you get a deeper view on what the department is, doing and how the tracks look like. So this is, I think, one of the key things or key differences that I can highlight. Yeah.
To add on to Esther, this one I also got the answer. Okay, be proactive. Okay, so one good thing is Lynn is a good example because in Top Glove we actually have technical and non-technical departments. So actually, I think for me that's a big plus point also because not every company will offer these management associate programs. They have technical and non-tech. So I think this is our strength because we have many departments, for you to work. Wanted to say play around, but be professional for you to explore, right? Okay, so we have tech and non-tech departments here.
Okay, so we have another question. So what is the timeline of the whole application process would be?
I think Hui Ki would be the best person to answer this question.
Yeah. Okay, so just a quick recap of the application process. So after you submit your online application, so we will be screening your application, and in case that you submitted all the required documents and all, so we will shortlist you for the online assessment. Just a few of the personality tests, like we want to get to know more about you. So after that, we will go through assessment center, and lastly, you have a final interview. So for this whole process, I can say that is fastest will be around 2 weeks time, but usually is within a month time. So no worries on that. So let's say you already submit your application. You can also just drop us an email, to let us know that you already submitted. Then we'll try our best to fasten the program to, to screen and resume for you. All right. Thank you so much for the question. And we have one more question from North Ara. Okay, I'm still working, but still not yet reached 2 years. Is it okay? Okay. So
Lynn, you need to make your mic.
So we have a question from North Ira. I'm still working, but still not yet reached 2 years of experience. Is it okay for me to apply for TGMAP?
Yes, definitely, because we are looking for an applicant who has less than 2 years working experience. So you are definitely eligible to apply for our program. Yes.
Right, and we also have another question. Are there any differences between TGMAP and the ProTeach or the MyStep program?
MyStep program.
I actually heard only about ProTeach. For ProTeach, it's just 1 year program, and there won't be any rotational in terms of the department as compared to TGMAP. For TGMAP, it's a 3 years program, and you'll be rotating to different departments within the one major track. But for MyStep, maybe the Esther or anyone else could probably highlight if you.
Yeah, I don't think, none of us here is actually, expert in MyStep, so I'm afraid that we couldn't, we do not want to give you wrong information as well, right? So yeah, so maybe we will, get back to you after this, after we figure out what is MyStep. Okay, so Vicky, do you have other questions? We have last 3 minutes. More questions?
I think I know the difference, the MyStep and the TGMAP one.
Okay, we have last idea here now. Thank you, Heidi.
You have so much high expectation. My answer is the difference is TGMAP got we all are interested.
Yes.
So join us.
You see, we are very fun team here. Okay, so now Vicky, just last order for questions. Do you have any other questions before we end the session today? No questions, no questions, no questions. Okay, 3 calls. All right, so thank you so much.
Yes, we have a very last one question.
Last question. Okay, come.
Okay, so what are the things that you may expect after this 3 years program?
Yes, so maybe we should throw these questions to our alumni. Just one thing I would like to highlight. I'm not sure Kai has, emphasized it just now. Kai actually managed to complete, our TGMAP journey, shorter than expected. It's shorter than 3 years. So, yay! Kai, you're sharing.
No, because at the point of time, the program is actually open to fresh graduates, and then I was actually the only existing staff that got the opportunity to join this program. So before joining as a management associate, I actually worked here for 1.5 years lah. So it's logical to early release me from the program. Thank you, my superiors. Okay, I think what we expect, I think a lot of people thought that this TGMAP is like a contract kind of thing, but I think I just want to emphasize that no, of course, when we groom you for like 3 years, you will definitely expect a permanent employment opportunities with us, and then definitely our coordinator like Dr. Jessica and Esther Vicky, they will definitely go to you, and then also go to a rotational manager to discuss and to find out the best position for you to be in permanently. So we will definitely utilize your strength, and then also align with your career aspiration. All right, so they will discuss and put you into a specific team or department.
Okay. Thank you, Kali. I think that's wrap up our session for today. So thank you so much, everybody, for attending. So I look forward to receive approving your application. So see you when I see you. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the speakers for today.